I just want to say there's no right or wrong way to contour, and contouring is very specific to your personal needs and the shape of your face and the shape that you're ultimately trying to get. So what works for me may not work for you, what works for you may not work for me. You just kind of have to play with it and see what you feel comfortable with. Alright guys, so let's get started. So all I've done to my face so far is just added some SPF moisturizer, and I used my Murad SPF Environmental Shield. And I did my eyebrows using my Morphe eyebrow pencil, and then just kind of cleaned it up with some concealer. But I can do a whole nother tutorial on just my brows another day. So to start with, I'm just going to prime my face. And I'm going to be using my Clinique Redness Solutions Daily Protective Base Broad Spectrum SPF 15. I love me a good SPF 15. And this one is good for redness, which I've had a lot of lately. I don't know why. My face has been getting all these like red spots and like irritation. I'm not sure what's happening. So I use this and it kind of calms that redness down. And I like using a brush because I feel like I get a better application of the product. When I was using my fingertips, I felt like I was using more product and not necessarily getting more out of it. So it was just kind of sticking to my fingers and not getting everywhere I needed it to. This is the Backlight Priming Filter. So it's very radiant. It gives you some glow. And I'm just going to put this just kind of in the same places that I would normally highlight. So here, maybe a little bit on my forehead, here, and my nose. And this one I'm just going to take my sponge and kind of dab it in, kind of that glow from within look. And sometimes I'll use this on my entire face if I want a very glowy, dewy look. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Lancome. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. It's the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. I'm not pronouncing that right. It's an ultra wear sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 15 up to 24-hour color wear and comfort transfer resistant. It is pretty transfer resistant. I've been using it more and more often, and I'm not setting it with any powders, and I have not seen any transfers on my paper. Does it wear off throughout the day? Yes. I wouldn't say it's 24-hour, but it definitely is transfer resistant. And this is in 330 neutral. And here's how I found I get the best coverage out of it. I kind of just slightly dab it all over one side of my face and my forehead, like so, and my nose. And then I blend in. I noticed that when I was just going straight in and blending in, all the foundation would kind of stick to one side of my face and I wouldn't get the best coverage. Like this, it kind of gets applied a little bit more evenly. And I like to just tuck my brush into this inner pocket here because it gets really dark. And then under my nose. And I'm just doing circles and getting it in, and always, always, always apply to your neck or you're gonna have a floating head. So if I was just going to work, this would be it for my foundation, because it kind of still gives me some skin-like finish, and it really just evens out my tone. It's not too high coverage, perfect for the everyday look. Because today's Sunday and I'm feeling a little extra, I'm going with a little bit more. So taking just about half a pump like this, and I'm just going to focus on certain areas of my face that I know are the first to lose their coverage, which for me is here, my nose, and my forehead, and my chin. And I just then blend that in just for a little bit extra coverage. I did my foundation. I'm gonna just go in with my sponge and kind of just set it all in, and this is just a damp sponge. And I'm pushing the product into my skin. So next I'm going to do some highlighting. For highlighting, I love, love, love this concealer. It's the Morphe concealer, and this is in the shade C215, and this is about I want to say about a shade and a half lighter than my actual skin tone. And I just kind of place this here under my eyes, and I'm not going right up here, I'm just going down here, not putting too much product either. And I go down the bridge of my nose, middle of my eyebrows, this little portion under my nose, cupid's bow, chin, side of my lips because this area gets very dark, and then I bring it back, do a little Joker smile. Cool. So this is how I start with, and then I blend, and I'm kind of dabbing. I'm not smearing, I'm just dabbing it in and then pushing it up into my eye. I don't want to put too much product under my eyes because then they get a little crusty and they start to crease. That's why I start a little bit lower. And like I said, this is about a shade and a half lighter than my natural skin color, so that it kind of brightens everything up, but it's also a nice transition. It's not like super bright. Just like your eyeshadows, you want a nice transition for your face as well. So to brighten up my under eyes even further, because Lord knows these are dark, I'm going to go in with my Morphe C135, and this is about 2.5 shades lighter than my natural skin, and I only place this right under my tear duct. Here, and then tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow. It is very bright, it is way lighter than my skin tone, and this has like a slightly peachy undertone because I don't want it to look white. I like the peachy undertones for my skin color. I have a very olivey skin tone, and they just work well so that my face doesn't look ashy. Back in with the sponge, make sure everything is nice and smooth. Now for contour. I'm going to be using, where'd it go? I'm going to be using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is in the shade Dark 42, and this is kind of a warm brown. It's more of a bronzy color than it is a cool tone contour. I just feel like cool tones don't work well with my skin color. When I contour with a cool tone, it makes me look ashy, and I don't like that, so I contour with a more of a bronzy warm tone, and that just works for me. And I start to go down and I just do like that. That's it. Here again, and here, and then a little bit on my nose if I'm feeling it. Okay, I have dramatically reduced the amount of contouring I do. I used to contour here, on my nose. This just seems a little bit more natural. I'm still going to hit those areas, but really just with the excess product that I have. So using my brush, I'm going to start at the back and make circles, pushing it to my hair and then working my way down and kind of making a little, while I do it, I'm just following my natural cheekbone. And then taking the excess and working it into my temple. So it's more of like a seamless finish rather than straight contour there. And the excess I do right under my chin just to give it some definition. Hide that double chin. Okay, cool, I like it. Back in with the sponge. This time I'm taking the back end and just kind of working that baby in. And I just want to say there's no right or wrong way to contour, and contouring is very specific to your personal needs and the shape of your face and the shape that you're ultimately trying to get. So what works for me may not work for you, what works for you may not work for me. You just kind of have to play with it and see what you feel comfortable with. For blush, because since I'm not setting any of this with powder, I need to do all of that all at once so that it kind of just makes a nice little cocktail on my face. So I'm using the ColourPop Stick Blush, which is starting to fade away from my fingertips. This is Hooked, and this guy here, and I just hit it at the very apples of my cheeks, like that, just a teeny bit, and then I blend it out, giving myself a slight smile. I'm gonna do it. It's just a slight flush of pink, and this one's a little bit darker toned, so it's not like pink like this on my cheek. You know what I mean? We've all had those moments. Next, we are going to highlight. I've really liked using this lately. This is the Anastasia Liquid Glow, and I've been talking about it in my other videos. This is in the shade Perla. Just gives me a really nice, like, glossy finish. So I start right at the center of where my eye is, here, up until about here. And I just very slightly make a C-like thing, a crescent moon, something like that. Take my sponge. First I kind of smear it a little bit, the color go on, and then I blend. But do you see that glow? Like, I barely put any on, and it's there, it's here. It's made its entrance. And I'm just going up and down and working my way up to my temples. Look at that. That's that glow from within. And then just take a fingertip and put it on the tip of my nose and the top of my bridge. And then just blend that baby out. And then my cupid's bow. Whatever's extra, kind of put here and here. Okay, I'm gonna set all of this together with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist Spray. It's nice to have like some kind of fan handy. Got a landscaping business card, that'll work. Just feel good while you're doing it. Just feel elegant, like cool. Once that's set, I like to go back in with my sponge and kind of just tap it under my eyes, my nose, the places that get oily the fastest, and make sure they're really set. If you're feeling a little off, you can add more highlighter on top of this. This would be my everyday go to work type of foundation, but if you're going somewhere extra, I'd put a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with this Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the color Brilliance. This guy here. Just taking a fan brush. Doesn't work so great with the fan brush, but we're gonna see how we can make that happen. And I kind of just start here and go downward. And it kind of just gives it a little bit of an extra glow. Let's put some lipstick and eyes on. Not eyes on, I've got eyes on. I'm gonna put some lipstick and eye stuff on my eye and flutters. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just threw this eyeshadow look on. I'm going to be posting a video of how to get this makeup look, this eye makeup look. If you're interested, just make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss out on that video. It's a super pretty, peachy, spring, Easter-like look that I've got going on. As always, don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, head on over to my Instagram page, follow me, chelsdoes.makeup. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.